Hi guys, welcome to my channel Vinyl Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. Today is going to be the first video that I filmed in December, so the first Christmassy video. Super excited to do it. It's going to be a get ready with me. I've not filmed for a little while and there's loads of reasons for that, so I'm going to catch you up with what's been going on and just have a general chit chat about the festive season because I'm getting so excited for it. Talk about some of the Christmas movies I've been enjoying and TV series and things. So just a super chill chat and do our makeup together. Most of the makeup I'm going to be using today is going to be festive, some older things from the past and a new palette as well. So something for everybody in there, I think. So if you want to just relax and do your makeup with me, catch up with me, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to do a full face of makeup with you today. So I've got no makeup on my face at all at the moment. I had a comment saying you want to see the final look at the end. You don't want to be seeing it at the beginning because it gives it all away. So kind of understand that. I do prefer filming it the other way so that I'm not on camera too long and you guys like might click out because you're like, oh my god, look, she's got no makeup on. I don't know, I'm super kind of nervous about that kind of thing and I prefer to do it the other way, but I'm going to do a full face today, which I've not done in a long time. And I've got the Nomad Home for the Holidays palette to play with as well, so we're going to be doing that. But I thought, as that's a pretty much all shimmer palette, we're going to bring some other Christmas favourites in from the past as well to kind of complement the look. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing it. So mostly though, it's just going to be a chit chat with you. I'm not going to go too much into the makeup. It's more just going to be like, yeah, just do our makeup together and have a chat. I'm just going to start though with the number 7 Beautifully Matte Light Foundation. Love this one. Going to be using that first. So I think it's been 11 days since you've had a video from me. I've been really rubbish this year, I have to admit. I'm just like, I only film when I really have the energy or want to do it, or I have something new in to film with, and I really want to change that next year and make my channel a bit more of a priority. But I've got quite a bit of time off in December, so hopefully I'll be able to catch up and do a bit more filming in December and kind of make up for it a little bit. But last year I did, if you guys have been here for a little while, I did a series that I called Debbie Does December, and I uploaded every other day, so kind of like the sort of vlogmas that people do. And I just haven't been like organised enough to do it this year, if I'm honest with you. But there's been a few other things going on that's prevented me as well. So start by, when did I last film? I filmed I think 11 days ago because I filmed with the Lightly Makeup palette. That's a really good palette if you're interested in it. I'll link that video so you can check it out. But had a lot of fun filming that one, but that was the last one I had time to film because then we had some time off for our anniversary. It was our 25th wedding anniversary. We've been together 29 years and married 25, and we couldn't do anything on the actual day, which was the 30th of November, because I was having a tooth extracted on that day, so I won't ever forget my 25th wedding anniversary. I couldn't even have a celebratory glass of champagne or anything on the day, but we knew that that was coming up. It was the only date I could get and I wanted to get it done before Christmas, so we decided to have the weekend off before it, so Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and kind of make a long weekend of it and do some nice things. So since the pandemic we've barely gone anywhere, and we haven't been to Milton Keynes, which is our big shopping mall. We've got like the Rushden Lakes one near us, and that's got quite nice shopping, but Milton Keynes has got a lot more, and we just wanted to spend the day there getting our Christmas shopping done. But also wanted to treat myself to a new phone because I was still using the iPhone 6. I think I've had it for 6 or 7 years. Wouldn't work with any of the apps and it was just getting too old. So decided I wanted to get a new phone and didn't go for anything like super like expensive or anything because they're just silly money. I looked at the Pro one and the Max of the Pro one, and they're like, I don't know, £1,300. I'm like, that's just crazy money for a phone, because I always buy my phone like outright. I don't buy it on a contract or anything. Just using the Conceal and Hydrate concealer from Revolution, and what I like to do, it looks like a lot of concealer, but I kind of use that as sort of a layer of my foundation as well now. because this one's hydrating, whereas the number 7 is matte, and kind of the combination of both together on my cheeks there is what I like. It's still skin-like, but yeah, it works quite well for me. So yeah, so I wanted to get the iPhone SE, which is what I got because it's just about the same as the iPhone 6, but it will run all of the apps and you can upgrade it to the latest operating system, which was the only reason I got rid of the iPhone 6. So I was really excited to get that, but kind of nervous because I always worry that I'm going to lose pictures and mess it all up in the process. But the guy was super nice and that started the day lovely. We got that done. We went and got donuts. We went to the Middleton Hall. They have like the merry-go-round there and helter-skelter and like a train that all goes round, and took some lovely festive pictures. I just love to see that, and I didn't do it last year because of the pandemic, and it felt like the first sort of steps to going back to normal, like just doing something like that. For powder, I'm going in with my trusty KVD powder because it's what I always use. I'm super boring for my base products, and I think if you've seen one of my Get Ready With Me's, you've seen this routine a million times, but I just thought I've got quite a lot to say today, so I may as well do the whole thing. And you guys will have to let me know, does it kind of get boring seeing a full face, or do you like to see the entire thing? I don't know, but yeah, I just tend to press that into my face. I don't put too much powder on, but I do like to powder under my eyes. And I really like this powder because it's so lightweight. So yeah, we did that and didn't wear any masks or anything because it seemed like everything was all going well, didn't it? Little did we know what was going to happen the following week with the new variant, but it just felt like such a free sort of happy day. It really was lovely. We went from there to, there's a big garden centre near it, and garden centres are magical in the UK at this time of year, I always think, because they have all the trees and the lights all up, and yeah, we just love to go. There's one called Frost, and it's got like a food hall as well with some really posh sort of Christmassy food. And it was a bit disappointing this year. They haven't got as much stock as they usually have, but beautiful trees and lights. We bought a light up Santa that's kind of got a string of lights. I'll put a picture in of him for you to see, but yeah, picked that up while we were there. And then we were on our way home because we'd done the Christmas shopping or whatever, and then my husband said, do you want to get some lunch? And we just, like, spontaneously, which we never do, just went to this pub. It was like a old English country pub with like big stone walls and beam ceilings and squashy leather couches. It was like a gastro pub, really, really lovely. And just had burgers really, but like poshed up sort of burgers that they do in these kind of gastro pubs, and had some wine, and that was really nice. And then, so that was the Friday. And then Saturday we went out to dinner. We went to a new restaurant. It's a Turkish restaurant. Had such a good vibe. It was like the sort of restaurant that kind of reminds you of being on holiday. We love Greece, and it had that kind of vibe to it. It had moussaka, which is one of my absolute favourites. My husband had like this souvlaki thing. Really, really lovely. And we had a bottle of Prosecco, and that was kind of our night out to celebrate our anniversary. Just going to go in and do my brows with the Linda Hallberg Infinity palette. I'm really getting some serious pan in that cigar shade now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up having to buy a whole new palette just to get this. They need to bring this out on its own. It's so good. So I normally just cut out doing my brows, but I thought I'll do them today on camera. I don't do anything exciting, but while I'm doing that I can carry on talking to you. So we had that meal out. It was blowing a gale on that day though, and it was the light up ceremony in our town, and we were going to go, but it was rainy and cold, almost snowing, and so we didn't. But on the way back it was dry but really, really icy cold. In fact, every time they opened the door to the restaurant we were getting a chill through the restaurant. It was a really cold night, but we walked back because we're sort of between two towns, and you can walk to quite a lot of pubs and restaurants, which is really nice. So we walked back, but we were so cold by the time we got back, and it felt really, really Christmassy actually. I don't mind the cold weather, I quite like it. So we did that, and then on the Sunday morning we went for a nice long walk, which I love to do. Did 5 or 6 miles really early, and then we wrapped all of our Christmas presents, and we always do that together, so that was super fun. I just love anything to do with like prepping for Christmas, I really do. So we did that, and then on the Monday, I don't remember what we did on the Monday. I don't know if we did an awful lot on the Monday. I think we did. Oh, we went to another couple of garden centres just looking at Christmas decor basically, and yeah, just Christmassy stuff, Christmassy prep, and watched a Christmas movie. Oh no, we went to see House of Gucci as well, which is fantastic. Really enjoyed that. We saw it in the afternoon, and it's licensed in the cinema. We went to Cineworld, had really good seats, hardly anybody in there, and we took cider in and popcorn, and first time, as I say, I've been to the cinema since all of this palaver started, so that was great. It's a really long film, but Lady Gaga's incredible in it, and it's such a good story, so well acted. Jared Leto's in it. You would never recognise him. I didn't know until my husband said after we'd watched it that it was him. It was like incredible how they made him look for the film, but yeah, really good. So, and we saw that there's going to be like a Christmassy movie called Boxing Day coming out. I love any Christmas sort of film, so we're going to go and see that hopefully on Boxing Day, we decided while we were there. We haven't got one of those like mega passes for the cinema. We thought about it, and then we just don't always find, in the winter we find the time to go and we see more movies that we want to see, but I don't know if it's worth spending out on it for the whole year. You've got to go at least 2 or 3 times, I think. But through my work I get a discount off of the cinema, so if I buy the tickets like through an app through work, so yeah, it's still quite a good deal for us to go. It's not too bad of a browse day today. Going to do some bronze and blush today. I don't normally do bronzer, but really want to use these palettes. These came out a couple of years ago from MAC. They were the best holiday collection they did. I didn't buy anything from last year's, and I haven't bought anything from this year's, but this collection, oh, it's just stunning. So there was 2 palettes, and this one is the darker one and the orangey one, but it's got a really nice bronzing shade, so I'm going to use that. I always think bronzer looks a bit strange on me, so I don't know how this is going to go. But I wanted to look kind of healthy and glowy for this look that I'm going to do today. Actually, that's quite a good colour. It's not looking too muddy or anything, which that's my objection to bronzer, is it ends up looking like a muddy streak and looks really weird because I'm literally Casper. So yeah, so that was all lovely things, and then my husband went back to work and I had the Tuesday off. I'd intended to have our anniversary off. He didn't have enough holiday to have the anniversary, and I was going to cook us a nice dinner. And then about 2 weeks before, my wisdom tooth on this side really started playing up, and I had a few sleepless nights with it, and then it seemed to get a bit better, but I was like, no, I really need to, I'd been told I need to have this tooth out. I've got a lot of problems with my teeth. I had one extracted in the summer, probably going to need a couple more extracts. I'll have none on the top but at the back soon, which I think I'm going to need to have implants, so that's a bit scary, but it all comes from, I had a brace when I was a child. They had to extract 2 teeth to fit this brace. They used to like do a brace on a plate in those days, like this was the 70s, so I extracted 2 perfectly healthy teeth to do that, which is why I've got so many gaps. And I swore I'd never go to the dentist after I didn't have to go, like when my mum wasn't taking me anymore, and didn't for years, and so I've just not looked after them, and this is the result, sadly. But yeah, so I had to have this tooth out anyway, and it really wasn't as bad as I thought, but trying to get to the wisdom tooth is quite painful. But I had it done at the dentist, and that was done on Tuesday, and today is Sunday, so this is the first day I've really felt like filming anything, so that's why you've had such a long gap with no videos as well. Right, for blush, I think I'm going to go for the more pinky one. It's sort of a pinky peach anyway, but out of this palette. I love this because it's all got stars in it. It was all like a star theme. I can't remember what the matte collection was that year, but yeah, I love this one. So we're going to go a little bit heavy with the blush because I love blush, as you guys know if you've been here before. It's so I've had that tooth out, and I've got to have filling in the wisdom tooth on this side to hopefully save it. All my bottom ones are fine, it's just the top, but I've got to have that next Monday on the 13th, which is probably not a good day to be having anything done if you're superstitious, but yeah, then I should be okay and out of pain and able to eat properly for Christmas, which I've not been able to really eat without pain for probably a couple of years, if I'm honest. So it was high time that I like put my big girl pants on and went to that dentist and got it done. I was just so afraid to go. I'd built it up into this big thing in my head because I have quite bad anxiety about things. I mean, even sitting in the dentist, I nearly like left because I was so scared. But yeah, it's done now, and I'm proud of myself for finally tackling these things and sorting it out. So my plan's to like do a bit of a, this takes a bit of building this blush to get the blush intensity I want. I'm going to really build this up. I want to kind of bring it around my temples as well, and a bit on my nose for that sort of gone outside and gotten a little bit frostbitten look, which I love in the winter. Looks super cute, I think. So yeah, my plans for doing like a video every day or every other day, or doing some collabs, any of those things kind of went out the window really. So what I intend to do now is try and film as much as I can. I know work's going to be crazy next week. I've got lots of big projects coming in, so I might not be able to film, but then from the weekend after that I should be able to film quite a bit, and then I finish work for the holidays on the 17th and I don't go back till the 4th of January, so should be able to film a lot. Bringing out the Christmassy big guns now. So this is the Grinch palette. This only ever comes out at Christmas. It's not got the best eyeshadows in it, but this highlighter is gorgeous, so we're going to use that. The blush is beautiful as well, but we're going to use the highlight. It's kind of got a bit of a goldy reflect in it, and it's super pretty, and it'll look lovely layered over that blush, I think, just to give me that glow. That's one thing I miss about Pure. This was by Pure X, the Grinch, and it was from the animated movie whenever that came out. Being such a collector, I had to have it when I saw it. It's one of my favourite things in my collection. But yeah, Pure did fantastic face products. You just don't really hear of Pure at the moment, do you? I don't know what's happened to them. But yeah, I think that's going to look pretty. Just going to go in with the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, ready to do the eye look. So whilst I was getting over the tooth, and even before that really, because as soon as it's like getting anywhere near Christmas, I like to watch Christmassy movies. I've been watching lots of things on Netflix and got a few recommendations for you guys actually. There's a series that I watched and it's called Home for Christmas. Oh, it's so good. It's, if you like sort of romantic things that are set at Christmas, then I think you would love it. It's set in Norway, and it's this girl who goes home for Christmas one year and basically says that she goes home for Thanksgiving, that's it, and she says that she's got a boyfriend that she's going to bring home for Christmas because she's being badgered about not having a boyfriend, but she hasn't got one. So the month kind of leading up to Christmas is all her escapades to try and get a boyfriend. And then there's a second series as well, but I won't spoil it, but it's, each episode's only half an hour and there's 6 episodes in each of the 2 series, so 12 to watch. So you can kind of watch it in a weekend, and it's really festive, really funny as well, but amazing characters that you really like fall in love with. I really enjoyed that. Right, we're going to be using the Nomad Home for the holidays. This hasn't got very many mattes in it. It's got some beautiful shimmers, and I wanted to match my jumper, which says Merry and Bright on the front, and it's got like pastel sort of shades. So I want to use some of the shimmers in it. Might use the black just to deepen up a little bit. But I'm going to use the Orient Express palette for the blue that's in here. So this one. There's a blue in here called Bon Voyage, which is that one there. We're going to use that through the crease and kind of wing it out as well. So I'm going to use a wingy outy sort of brush. Not often I do a blue eye look, guys, so that's unusual in itself, isn't it? But just fancy to do it today. Going to wing things out, so I say, a little bit there. Yeah, so I watched that probably early in November, but that got me in the mood for sort of Christmassy TV and Christmassy movies. So Really enjoyed that. The other one that I recommend, similar to that and probably funnier than that one though, is Merry Happy Whatever. Oh, we've got a lot of fallout. Oh, that was lucky. Got rid of that fallout, okay. And that's one where like a family's all coming home for Christmas and having to celebrate it together, which I love those sort of things. Like, I love the movie The Family Stone. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that with Sarah Jessica Parker. I love that one. I love Christmas with the Cranks, is it? Love that. Anything like that. But I've been watching a fair few on Disney Plus. I watched Noel for the first time. That's pretty good. Very festive. And 12 Dates of Christmas. That's one of these, a bit like a Groundhog Day sort of thing. So you've got this girl that's like reliving this date over and over again, but it's at Christmas time, but kind of getting it a bit better each time. And it's just such a feel-good movie. Really, really enjoyed that one. That's on Disney Plus. And then I watched a couple of British ones on Netflix. One of them is called Click and Collect. And if there's only one thing that you watch from this, you've got to see that. It's only an hour. It was a BBC programme and it's very similar to Jingle All the Way, but it's a British one. And it's just so funny all the way through. But it's about getting like the perfect toy for his daughter, which he doesn't pick up in time, so he has to go and click and collect it. They live in Bedford and the click and collect is in Carlisle, and it becomes this like crazy road movie. Lots of things go wrong trying to get this toy, but it's just so funny, so good. So I watched that one. I've been watching the Princess Switch movies. I'm on the second, I've watched 2 of those. I've got the third one still to do that came out for this holiday. Oh, and then not fictional, but I've been watching Blown Away as well, the Christmas hot shop one of that, where they make the Christmas ornaments out of glass. That's fantastic. And some of the Disney kind of behind the scenes of the Christmas weddings as well. I love things like that. So yeah, I've been watching lots of TV, which I don't normally do and I don't normally make time for, but because I've not been filming for one reason or another, I've had time to do it. It's been really nice. Quite like the shape of that. That looks quite nice. I'm going to go in with blue in my waterline. This is Cool Mood by LH Cosmetics, Linda Hallberg's was. I really want to make this a blue base look. What's wrong with me? I'm going to carry on taking that Bon Voyage shade on my lower lash line as well. I'm just using a flat definer just to connect it up in this outer corner. So yeah, there's been lots of festive things to watch. I've got a few more on my watch list, so I'll probably watch another one after I've finished filming this. The ones like Home Alone and The Grinch and Christmas Carol, all of our like favourites that we have to watch at Christmas time. Try to save those till like Christmas week, so I don't mind the ones that are set at Christmas, like the romantic ones set at Christmas this early. The proper festive ones you've got to save, I think. Right, really want to build up the intensity of that blue. I think I'm going to go in with a bit of the black, very, very sparingly in my crease. So the shade Dusty from the Home for the Holidays palette. But I'm going to be very sparing with it. I'm just going to take it through my crease, just like pack it into, just to give a bit of definition for when we then put the shimmers all over my lid, which is what we're going to do. It's hard to talk when you're playing with black. Black's always a bit scary, isn't it? But I just thought it might intensify things a little bit and actually make the shimmer show up a bit more. So I'm just tracing like the crease of my eye there, but I don't want this black to take over. So we're going to go back over with the blue when I've done that, but probably with a bit more densely packed brush with the blue to make the blue show up a bit more. Yeah, so yesterday was a nice day. Went over to my mum's and decorated her house. So my mum's 83, she's kind of like she's got to this stage where it's not worth doing, I'm too old, you know, leave me alone, I'm not going to bother decorating for Christmas, I'll live here on my own, this kind of attitude. And I was like, I'm not having that. So I kind of badgered her and I said, no, we're going to come over and put some decorations up for you. But I didn't know she'd given her tree away. But in the week I said, have you gotten out your decorations, Mum? At least like a few things to put up. You can't have nothing. You know, you need to get in the festive spirit. And she texted me in the week and said she bought a new tree. I couldn't believe it, to be fair. So yesterday we went over and put this pre-lit tree up and decorated it all gold and red, and it looks really beautiful, and I think it did cheer her up as well. She's coming to us for Christmas, but only for Christmas Day and Boxing Day, just one night, because we've got a 3-storey house and getting her up the stairs and whatever. She's not the most mobile anymore, so it worries her that she's going to fall. I quite like what this black is doing to the look. I'm just going to kind of join it in this corner. Don't want to wear a wing with this look, but I think that'll just give us a bit of definition there. And then back to the blue. It's just going to be a case of blend and add some more and blend a bit more, I think. I'm going to use a Morphe M506. A bit more of this blue, tap it off and go over the top of that black. Yeah, that's giving me the intensity now that I was looking for. Yeah, that's working. Just got to be careful of that fallout though. Nobody wants blue streaks over their face, do they? I might have to go back in with a bit more highlight. That's one of my objections to blue. You've got to be so careful. Like if you get fallout with pink or orange or something, it's fine. You can just say it's part of your blush, but you can't do that with blue, can you? She's going for an alien effect. Yeah, just going to work on blending that through. Yeah, so we decorated it all up, and I think she really likes how it looks now. So I think sometimes you just got to give people a push to like get them to do things and to not be feeling miserable. So I'm really excited to have her this year. I've bought a Christmassy game for us all to play, like a board game, and I'm going to buy some things for the Nintendo as well, for the Switch, like some quiz games and things. Try and like not watch the telly so much and do some nice things together. But we can't decorate our house yet because we're having a new wood floor put down in our lounge on the 14th of December. So it's really not worth decorating because every bit of furniture's got to come out of there. And it's so depressing because I love Christmas and I want to decorate. And I did the beauty room yesterday. Please see everything behind me. And that was fun to do. That was another thing that was stopping me filming because I needed to get that done, and all the stuff was up in the loft and I don't like going up the loft ladder. So I have to wait till my husband's prepared to do it. Doesn't adding black to a look really change the colour? That's a nice black because you can blend over it. So I'm going to have 2 trees up. One in my kind of landing, so as I say I've got a 3-storey house, so I'll have one up there. And you'll be able to see it from the lounge because we've got sort of double doors into the lounge. And then in the lounge I've got one that's kind of made of tinsel, but it's gold and it's really pretty with white lights and gold decorations. I've got lots of other lit up bits here and there as well. Alright, I want to just blend out a little bit above that blue. I think Guilty 12, this one here, will do the job. I'm just going to take that on a fluffy blending brush and just blend above that, just to further diffuse it out. I like how this is though, because it's not too crazy. I haven't gone up too high. Just giving me a nice base for those shimmers. Yeah, so I'll finish work, as I say, on the 17th, and then I'm off until after New Year's Day, so that's going to be super nice. My husband's not got the first week, like the week leading up to Christmas, so I'm planning to film every day. My plan is to film in the mornings and get it edited, and then I never film more than 1 video in a sitting, so I'll just film 1 each day, but I'll do that and then watch a movie or something Christmassy in the afternoon. I always go out for a walk first thing when I first get up in the morning. I normally do 5 or 6 miles, so I'll still do that. I'll go walking with my husband and then he walks to work, which is about 1.5 miles, and then I carry on after that, so I shall still do that. Right, so that's everything out of the Orient Express palette. I must use this more. I'm going to do a Christmassy look using that Roaring 20 shade, that red shade at some point. Right, so for these shades then, I kind of want to go, I think, green to blue to pink to orange to gold. I'm going to try and cram as many on as absolutely possible. So I'm going to use NYX Glitter Primer and literally cut out my whole lid with that. I've been buying quite a lot of Christmassy makeup, so it's quite a lot of things I can play with over Christmas time. I've got the new BH Cosmetics Christmassy palette. It's behind me in the background there. The Lit List, I think it's called from memory without getting up to have a look at it. And I've got the old one, the Naughty palette as well. So I want to do a video with each of those, or maybe one video but with both of them in. I want to do a video just like talking about all of my Christmassy makeup, I think. I bought the Amore in Mariposas collection from Melt, the entire PR bundle. I want to do a video with those, but I didn't want to rush that. I wanted to like have time to film with it properly, so I'm going to do that whilst I'm off. But there's some beautiful gel liners and glittery lipsticks in there, so I think it's perfect for the holiday season. So I've got that, I've got the Tinkerbell collection from Colourpop that I'm yet to film with, so I've got lots of things to film with. And I can't wait to have the proper time to do it. I've got a selection of brushes so that I can put these shimmers on. So I think, yeah, I think we'll start with the, I'm not going to worry if they don't go together. I think I'll start with the blue in the outer corner actually, and that's called Buzz. I've had a little swatcheroo of these shimmers. I don't normally do that before using them, but they're so sparkly and pretty. I mean, look at that. I'm going to have to be careful not to go too far with each one because I want to cram so many on. But that one's going in the outer corner. That just all over the lid with this look would look pretty, but can you see the dimension in that shimmer? I don't know if it's coming off on camera as pretty as what it is in real life, but it's stunning. Love that. Probably gone a bit too far over. I might have to pack the green over the top of the blue. So the green is called Fur Babies. We're going in with that one next. I'm just putting a little bit of that next to the blue there. I got this jumper yesterday in Asda. I love Asda's Christmas jumpers. If you're in the UK, Asda have some of the best for the money. I think it was £16, but it's really nice because it's got like those sleeves that are like kind of really baggy. It's like, I don't know what I mean, but yeah, really, really nice quality and something a bit different to the ones I'd already got. So, oh, that looks super dimensional together. Right, and next up I think we'll do the pinky shade. So that one, which is Shadow. They're all names of dogs from the dog rescue that Felicia works at or volunteers at. And the proceeds, or 5% I think, of this palette is going towards like rehoming the dogs and to the shelter and whatever, which I think is lovely. As I say, these are weird colours to put together, but I just wanted to use them all. I'm going to make it work. I actually think that looks okay. You can get away with shimmers kind of melting into each other that don't go together a lot better than you can mattes. I'm going to use the opposite side of this brush as I'm going to run out of brushes. I'm going to use Kaiser now, the orangey shade. That one looks super pretty. That one's going to go next to it. Oh yeah, that one's gorgeous. Oh, I love that. Kind of wish I put that all over my lid. The colour I'm really excited about is the red called Friends, but I don't want to use that today because I want to do a red look with that for Christmas. This is hopefully going to look like Christmas lights sparkling on my eyes. That's what we're hoping for. I might have to go back and sort of blend some of these colours together a little bit more in a minute, but I think it's working. It's going to take a bit more of that pink shadow shade. perfect in the crease, but we can do a bit of blending there. Right, and then in the inner part, I'm going to go in with Family, the yellow. And I've got a super teeny tiny brush for that, so we can get a bit more precise there. I'm going to pack that one just in the corner there. Oh, that one's super pretty as well. That would look lovely all over the lid for a Christmas look. It's like that yellowy gold, really nice. Said I wasn't going to talk about the makeup, but I kind of run out of things to update you on and talk about now, so we're down to the makeup now. It's been so much fun to film though. These are my favourite kind of videos to film, just when I'm just like casual and chatting with you guys and not have to worry too much about what I'm going to tell you about a product, because I'm the worst product reviewer, I think. I just forget to say certain things. I'm just going to take that yellow just slightly into the crease, kind of at a diagonal. I think that'll help to sort of make it look a little bit cut creasy on the front there. I think we've lost a bit of the green. I'll find which brush I used green now. So the green was Fair Babies. Let's just intensify that green a little bit. Oh, I love these shadows, so pretty. It's one of my favourite Nomad palettes ever, I think. One last touch, and that's on the lower lash line here. I want to go in with Evander, this one here, which I know is the dog that's got a little portion out of his ear at the rehoming centre. Wow, look at that one. That would make a lovely frosty look with the blue as well. Oh, I love it. Right, my battery's blinking at me, so I'm going to change the battery, and if I'm in a different position in a moment, that will be why, and then we'll carry on. Okay, new battery's in. Trying to decide whether I want to do any liner or not, and I don't think I do. I think I like how sort of light it's looking, so I'm just going to go in with mascara. I've been using this Nars Climax mascara lately because I've run out of my Bad Gal Bang, and I really love this. The brush could be a little bit smaller because it's hard to be precise without getting mascara dots on your lower lashes, but it's quite lengthening and thickening at the same time. I really quite like it. You can really see a difference as soon as I use it. And for somebody that doesn't use false lashes because I suck at applying them, this is really good. I'm just looking at the kaleidoscope of all those colours on my eyes and just think they look so pretty. I don't know if this palette's still available because it was limited edition, but I think it's the perfect all shimmer palette. We've all got lots of mattes in our collection, and if you're wanting some sparkly, really pretty shimmers to add to those mattes, really do recommend it. I think it's some of the best shimmer formula that Nomad's ever done, actually. And I've got most of the Nomad palettes. I've got the Iceland Fire and Ice, and I haven't used that on camera yet either, so I plan to do some looks with that over Christmas if I get the chance. Lots of things planned. I feel like this is a blue look that I can get on board with, like, because it's got other colours going on. Right, so for lips today, I wasn't quite sure what to go with. I've got one from MAC, that's a super sparkly one, that I kind of think might work. That sort of maroony shade, but I don't know if that's going to be too much. But I'm thinking I might use a gloss today. This one's Hypnotize Lucid Lip from Kaleidos. Might use that. Which I never use gloss just as gloss, but I think the eyes have got lots going on. Maybe a gloss is enough today. And it's such a pretty reflective gloss as well. It's got some pinky and orangey sparkles. I think it works well. I don't mind glosses if they've got colour to them. I don't like them if they're a bit wishy-washy, but this has got enough colour. The only thing that's difficult is making a lip line with gloss. That's impossible, really. Right, I think that's it. So that's the finished look, guys. Just going to zoom you out so that you can see the jumper with the look, because the jumper gave me the inspiration. So just going to do that. There you go, that's the finished look there with the jumper that says Merry and Bright. It's got like a little Christmassy bow. I should have worn a red lipstick to go with the bow, I think, but yeah, I love how this turned out. I love that little palette. I had so much fun with that. And it was nice to do my first kind of Christmassy look of the season, but not be red or green, but still be like, I don't know, pretty and sparkly and kind of Christmas lights inspired. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing my first festive look of the season and just catching up with me and having a bit of a festive chit chat. It's been so much fun to film. And if you're new to my channel, then I hope you might consider subscribing before you go. But other than that, guys, I hope you're having a lovely lead up to Christmas. Hope you're excited to see a little bit more content from me. So just take care of yourself, guys. Have a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.